This is legendary. Bandits Talent, Sunday at 1 on ESPN2.
Welcome to the NBA2K26 Summer League. We're just getting underway from Las Vegas, Nevada. Yep, we're used to it. Temperatures at about 110 all week, but that doesn't matter because come inside, the basketball is going to be super chill. Remember that guy, Victor Wembanyama, a couple of years ago? To his right, Cooper Flagg will be a big #1 pick coming in this year as the fans are making their way inside. Thomas and Mack to see among the players Jeremiah Fears, the outstanding #7 pick for the New Orleans Pelicans, and 2 lottery picks. They traded up 10 spots to get this gentleman, Derek Queen of New Orleans. Here's a look at our schedule. First 2 games on ESPN2, then we're over to ESPN starting at 8 Eastern. Talked about Cooper Flagg. He and the Mavs take on the Lakers before the Spurs and the 76ers. We welcome everybody to Summer League 2025. Mark Kestisher and Seth Greenberg to get you underway here this afternoon for the first 2 games. Dave McMenamin will be with us in just a bit. Always love Summer League. We just had the draft recently. Get to see some of those guys on display, as well as some second and third year guys and guys that are trying to find jobs, Seth.
And that's the big thing. You got first-round draft choices. You got guys trying to get G League contracts, and also guys being evaluated overseas. The most important thing for all of those players, show what you can do, not what you can't do. Play to your strengths. Be a winning player. Control your controllables. Play hard, be a great teammate, but most importantly, play to your strengths.
Now we're looking forward to seeing these teams. Let's start with the Pelicans and Jeremiah Fears, who went #7 out of Oklahoma.
He's a dynamic point guard. Reminds me of Kyrie Irving. His ability to change speeds, change directions, get in the lane, finish with either hand. He can play start, he can play make. But most importantly, a year ago today, he was playing in EYBL in Augusta, Georgia. Today, he's walking on here at Thomas and Mack in his first NBA opportunity.
Well, so is Derek Queen, whom the Pelicans went 10 spots up to grab, and the #13 pick spoke a moment ago with our Dave McMenamin.
Here with Derek Queen before your Summer League debut. I know you're a Baltimore guy, not a DC guy, not a DMV guy. What does that mean and how you approach the game?
I mean, it's definitely different, but everybody from Baltimore say that is like his own little state or like own little place. But like we bring a lot of toughness, a lot of grit and stuff, and I'm going to bring it out here tonight.
I was talking to Troy Weaver before the game. He's known you a long time, and he said the way you play with joy and your personality kind of reminds him of Carmelo Anthony. Are there any bits of Carmelo Anthony's game that we can see in yours?
Probably footwork and how to score, and I mean I feel like he was a good rebounder. I'm a good rebounder, so a little bit of pieces.
Yeah, go out and have some fun tonight.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
All right, let's swing it over to the Minnesota Timberwolves now, Seth, and we've got a couple of guys. They're not rookies. They did this last year, but Terrence Shannon Jr. and Rob Dillingham looking to crack the rotation.
They've got an opportunity, and they've got to seize this opportunity. It is important for both of these players. Terrence Shannon, a world-class athlete, physical, tough, can rebound the basketball, can defend it, really score it. All right, but he's got to be a lockdown defender, and he's got to also be more efficient offensively. And then for Rob Dillingham, dynamic on the ball, but can he settle into running an offense, making good decisions, shot selection, distributing the basketball, and again, defending the ball at the point of attack.
Let's get to our starting lineups for our first of 4 games here at Thomas and Mack Center between the Pelicans and the Timberwolves. We told about Rob Dillingham and Terrence Shannon Jr., but Yohan Berenger, who will start in the middle from France.
He's going to be a fun guy to watch. He can change ends of the floor. Terrific rim protector. Does a great job of rebounding the ball and getting to the offensive glass. But this guy has incredible talent. Young, athletic, long. It'll be fun to watch him.
Drafted pick from the 2nd round, Micah Peavy out of Georgetown, picking up his first foul. Early timeout here in Vegas.
NBA 2K26 Summer League is proudly sponsored by NBA 2K26, rated E for everyone, and in part by Buffalo Wild Wings.
Pelicans were finishing off a 61-loss season. Finishing off a 61-loss season. By the way, that heave by Kane won't count against his stats. We got the new heave rule. How about that pass?
Yeah, Jalen Clark comes off that screen. You read the drop defender. If he comes up and Hunter Dickinson helps, boom, Zakarski, welcome to the NBA.
On a swivel, put it in. Now the New Orleans Pelicans, here's the projected depth chart, and you can see some of the guys that they've added. Sadiq Bey, Kevon Looney, and getting healthy guys back as well. And, of course, Jordan Poole, part of that starting lineup.
Yeah, I mean, Jordan Poole, an experienced scorer. Obviously, you know, you've got Fears who's going to be dynamic with the ball. Jordan Hawkins can really shoot the ball. Alexander's got a toughness about him. Getting Bey, an experienced winning player. I mean, that roster right there.
For the slam and another timeout, 6:32 left. For the slam and another timeout, 6:32 left before half. Coming up next for us is Thunder and Nets. Then over on ESPN, #1 pick Cooper Flagg will make his summer league debut for the Mavs against Bronny James and the Lakers. We'll cap it with Spurs and Sixers. This was about 10 minutes before 10 this morning Pacific time, so Cooper getting some early workout before his first summer league game.
This guy will be unaffected. Whether he plays well today or not, don't even evaluate him. His floor game, his IQ, his defensive range, 11 points, 3 rebounds, 5 blocks. Bonjour, Berger. I mean, hello.
5.3 to go in the first half. Back to Vegas in a moment. Quarter outscored the Pelicans by 11. A little chippiness at the end of half as well, but the rookie for Minnesota, a lot of action at the rim. Berger had an outstanding first half, and the Timberwolves enjoying an 8-point lead here at the break.
Being just a kid from Maine, people would just shoot me down.
That told me I would never be able to make it to the next level.
Are you serious?
This is something that I've been dreaming about since I was a little kid. That dream just stuck in my head, and I just got to keep working.
Halftime here in Las Vegas, and looking forward to later tonight at 8 Eastern time. It'll be Cooper Flagg, the #1 pick in the draft, and the Dallas Mavericks taking on the Cooper Flagg, the #1 pick in the draft, and the Dallas Mavericks taking on the Los Angeles Lakers. Mark Kestisher, Seth Greenberg with you here courtside in Las Vegas. And Seth, we had a chance to hear about Cooper Flagg for a year or two from Maine. Then we got to see him on the big stage at Duke, and now we get to see him as an NBA player starting tonight in Summer League.
Cooper Flagg's 1 of 1, and you think about overall #1 pick in the NBA draft, and he's in the exact perfect situation, surrounded by 3 All-Stars. When I think about Cooper Flagg, it's versatility. You can put him anywhere on the floor. He impacts the game offensively and defensively. He can be a playmaker. He can be a scorer.
You know, in Summer League, we often like to squint and think what we're going to see from these guys a year or two down the road. Is there a comp that you see Cooper Flagg from years past?
To me, it's Scottie Pippen. You're talking about 6'9", 7-foot wingspan, impacts the game offensively and defensively. And offensively, his skill set is unique, a lot like Scottie Pippen. You can put the ball in his hand to finish, very similar to Pippen. He can get to a spot, set his feet, get behind the basketball, knock down the jumper, very similar to Scottie Pippen. And then his defensively, he's got defensive range, rim protection, and length, and that's where the range comes from. And you know Scottie Pippen, he can finish, and so can Cooper Flagg. That was his big move, that kind of his coming out party against Pitt, as was Pippen.
Looking forward to Mavs and Lakers later tonight. Looking forward to the second half. Timberwolves and Pelicans from Vegas coming up next. Welcome back to NBA 2K26 Summer League. Great to have those guys wired. Here's some of the sounds of our first half of our first of 4 games on day 1 from Las Vegas at 2025 NBA Summer League. Mark Kestisher, Seth Greenberg, Dave McMenamin will join us in just a little bit. Seth, that was an outstanding first half. A little chippy there at the end, but
I like it.
You know, we talked about the second-year guys from Minnesota, but it was their rookie, Johan Berger, had an outstanding first half.
Berger was really impressive, offensively, defensively, protecting the rim, his defensive range, keeping his hands high. I mean, to me, you watch what he's doing defensively, his timing and his footwork, but then he can run the floor, he's a rim runner, and he's also a dunker's threat. Did a good job of getting to the offensive glass, keeping it alive, getting his feet underneath it, and finishing. He was absolutely impressive on both ends of the floor, doing what he can do, not what he can't do, impacting the game defensively at the rim and offensively on the glass and as a rim runner.
We'll get some insight into the young rookie and the second-year guys from that man. Chris Finch, head coach of the T-Wolves, going to join us next. Back in Las Vegas, first day of the Las Vegas Summer League, and the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 10-point lead over the New Orleans Pelicans. Welcome you back inside the Thomas and Mack Center. Mark Kesteser, Seth Greenberg, and our first guest of Summer League, Chris Finch, the head coach of the Minnesota Timberwolves.
I know you're excited about this.
I am excited. We're having fun having your courtside seats over there. We got a timeout here, so we got to say goodbye, but thanks for coming over.
Appreciate it, guys. Enjoy your Summer League. Thanks so much.
Chris Finch, head coach of the Timberwolves. Back to Vegas in a moment. Game, Minnesota with the lead. We'll have the fourth quarter in our Summer League opener next.
That's John Wooden. All right, right now, Jeremy Fears is just sped up right here. Right? He's got to read the defense. They're going to take away that lob. He's got to keep his dribble alive. That's all part of the process for Jeremy Fears.
NBA 2K26 Summer League is proudly sponsored by NBA 2K26. Rated E for everyone.
Welcome back to the NBA 2K26 Summer League from Las Vegas. And a reminder, our next WNBA game coming up on Saturday afternoon on ABC, ESPN Plus, and ESPN Deportes. Nafisa Collier leads the WNBA leading Lynx against the Sky, and Angel Reese coverage beginning at 1 Eastern Time. With the Timberwolves trying to hang on, a 7-point lead. Coming up just a little bit later on ESPN, the #1 pick in the draft, Cooper Flagg, will make his debut for the Mavs against Bronny James and the Lakers. Will cap the night with the Spurs and the Sixers. Just a couple weeks ago, you were there in Brooklyn, Seth Greenberg, as Adam Silver welcomed in the latest #1 draft pick, Cooper Flagg. Early game, the rookie first-round pick.
The dude was like a human backboard. I mean, his timing is impeccable. His ability to play high hands. Good job of running the floor, playing behind the defense. I was really impressed with his ability to rebound, get himself on balance, but this is where it really impacted the game. He's going to be an elite defender on the ball, off the ball. He's got defensive range. He's got good feet, so he's going to be a good ball screen defender. Even had the ability to switch in a short clock. He was incredibly impressive for an 18-year-old.
11 points, 7 blocks. Final from our first game, Timberwolves 98 and the Pelicans 91. We got more Summer League action coming up your way on ESPN2 and on the ESPN app. The world champion Oklahoma City Thunder against the Brooklyn Nets.
Only one night hits this hard.